everybody, welcome. I am Katie, the Crafty Blog Stalker, and today for our Monday Live tutorial, we are going to be making a really fun, spooky Halloween art craft today. It's going to be lots of fun. I'm going to be using my Cricut maker, and yeah, we're going to be crafting, so we're going to have lots of fun. We are going to be making a Halloween spooky wall decor. I am going to be cutting it out using my Cricut maker, although I did prepare just a little bit beforehand because one of the pieces that I cut out it takes a while because it's got lots of cuts in it. So I've already got the very first piece needed to cut out, or that's cut out. So here you can see, here's the first piece that I cut out. It says Home Sweet Home, and it's kind of freaky, huh? It's freaky already, and we've barely even gotten started. So to get this file, this is not a file that is on Cricut Design Space. This is an image that I found in Google. I just typed in Scary Home Sweet Home and I found this, and then I uploaded it into Cricut Design Space. So that is how I got this image, not on Cricut Design Space. I uploaded it from a picture that I found in Google, which also means that Cricut Design Space won't let me share the file because they know I don't own it. But you could find this too. Just type in Home Sweet Home Scary in Google and you can find this image right here. And then, hi Michelle, and then click on upload, and you can upload your own pictures into Cricut Design Space. It's really quite awesome. But I still have one more piece that I need to cut out, so I'm going to move this to the side. And I'm going to bring in my Cricut maker. I love the Cricut. It's amazing. Right here. Isn't it so pretty? It's so fun. Okay, so here is my Cricut maker. I'm going to point you down just so you can see. Don't mind the mess behind me. This is all of my supplies over here. So here is the Cricut maker. To get started, I'm just going to open it up. And I accidentally unplugged it while I was getting stuff ready here. Sorry, just centering here for my camera. So I'm going to need to reconnect to Bluetooth really quickly, but it's super duper easy. I'm just going to go to my settings, click on Bluetooth, click on Maker until it says I'm connected. It's thinking, connected, and the light is now blue. So that means that I am now connected to my device. And then I'm going to go to Cricut Design Space where I already have it pulled up. And we already cut this piece. This is the Home Sweet Home. It's hard to see because it's black. Now we're going to cut a red circle. So I'm just going to click down here on Continue. It is going to think and get everything ready. I've got a light grip mat, the blue light grip mat, and I've got just a piece of red cardstock. I'm just going to, here, I'm going to put this down more so you can see. I'm just going to apply my cardstock right to my mat. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to pull you back up a little bit. Hello, Kara. Okay, and then I am ready to cut. So I'm going to go back to my iPad here, and I'm going to select the material. So I'm going to I keep saying collect. Select medium cardstock, 80 pound. See, you can see that right there. So I'm going to select it because that's what I want to cut. I already have the regular blade in there. I do not have the rotary blade in there. So now my machine is ready to load the mat because that light is blinking. So I'm just going to load. And then it's going to make sure everything is calibrated like it should be, and it's gonna get ready to cut. Now it's not gonna cut until this light right here starts blinking, which it did. So we are going to hit that and it is going to cut. Now this cut is a really, really simple cut. It's only gonna take like 20 seconds because it's just a circle. So hi everybody, thanks for joining. I am Katie, the Crafty Blog Stalker. Today we are making a spooky Halloween wall hanging. The mat just hit me in the arm. And so I would love for you guys to share this video. If you can't stay for the whole thing, if you save it to your timeline, you can go back and easily find it and watch the rest of it later. So share. That totally helps me out. See, it's already done. So we're just gonna unload it, hit that blinking button, and we are done. We are already done with the Cricut Maker because remember, I already cut out the first piece. So now we're going to remove our circle from the mat. Super duper easy. This is a very simple cut because it is just a circle. So really, really easy. And you'll see where this circle comes to play here in just a little bit. And with the mats, you really don't want to touch the mats because if you get the oil on your fingers on the mats, it just makes them less sticky and they don't last as long. So try hard as you can not to touch the sticky. And I'm just gonna pull off the circle. Easy peasy, there's my giant red circle. And now I am done with the mat. So that means right away, I'm gonna put this protective sheet back on top of it. And this will help prolong the life of the mat as well. If you always keep this protective mat on top, it'll keep it from hair and dust and glitter or whatever you might have laying around your craft room getting on your mat. So always keep that protective sheet on there. So now we're done cutting so I can put my mat away. Okay, I'm gonna bring this back in. This is the piece that I cut out earlier, Home Sweet Home. It's a little freaky, it's a little scary, it's supposed to be. And now you'll be able to see why I cut out the red circle. Is because we are going to put the red circle behind it, just like that. So the next thing that we need to do is we are going to make this just a little bit more scary. Okay, so to make it just a little bit more scary, a little bit more dramatic, I've got a little painter's tray here. These are stamp pad re-inkers. It's just water soluble ink. I'm gonna use these, but I'm not gonna put them on an ink pad. I'm gonna put them in my tray. I'm gonna use a Q-tip. And I've got this silicone mat here. Okay, I'm gonna put you back down. Let me know, you guys, if you have any questions along the way. I'm gonna put this down because what I'm going to do is put some ink. Here, let's move this stuff a little bit. I'm gonna put some ink in my little dropper here. Oh, and I'm also gonna use just a little bit of alcohol, of the isopropyl alcohol. That just stretches it out, plus it makes it dry really, really fast. So we're just gonna put just a little bit in there in that cup. Then we're going to put several drops of red in there. And to darken it up and just make it look a little bit more bloody, since this is Halloween, I'm gonna put just a little bit of brown in there as well. Okay, let me grab another Q-tip. And we're gonna stir this up and make a really gross, ugly, bloody red with the ink. Okay, now the reason I have this silicone mat here is because I am going to turn this over so the wrong side is up. And I am going to go around this with my Q-tip. So it's gonna soak through the paper a little bit, but what it's really gonna do is just highlight those edges and make them look really bloody and gory and gross. So that is what we are going to do. And I'm just gonna quickly go around, and I put it on a silicone mat because since this is water-soluble ink, it won't stain most surfaces unless it's a porous surface. Well, my craft table is a porous surface since it is a wood tabletop, and I really don't want my wood tabletop to get bloody, gory mess on it for some strange reason. So I put a silicone mat underneath, and then I can still paint with my ink but not stain my countertop. And again, we're doing this on the wrong side of the paper here. So we're just going to keep going all the way around. And then when I lift this up, it's going to look really, really cool. Hi, Pamela from New York. Where is everybody else from that is watching? Does anybody else love to decorate for Halloween? I love Halloween. Love to decorate. I wish I liked to dress up more, but I'm not a big dresser upper. I was when I like to dress my kids up when they were little, but now they're all like teenagers and they don't really let me dress them anymore. So I just like to decorate my house because that's just as much fun. So we're just going around this with the ink. It'll soak through that paper a little bit. And then I've also got some holes, so I'm going to make sure and dab my ink there as well. Okay, so I think I got all the holes. So we're going to carefully lift this. Ooh, and look at how cool that is. Totally seeped through. Just makes it look a little bit more gory, a little bit more scary. Now I also have a couple of pieces here that are my insides to my letters. So I'm going to put those down as well. And I'm just going to go around the edges of these really quick too, just so they all go together. This is what we're going to use to put our spooky Halloween wall art together. I would not recommend hanging this outside since we are using paper. But if you wanted to hang it outside, you could easily do this with fabric and use iron-on vinyl instead of cutting it out, and then it would still totally work. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna loosen this little bolt on top. We're gonna take out the ring that is the solid ring that does not have the connector. We are gonna use both pieces, but we are just gonna use this one for now. So here I've got my piece that we cut out, and I've got my hoop. And what I want to do is just trace this because we're gonna cut it out. Now, why can't I cut this out with the Cricut since I cut this out with the Cricut? Well, the Cricut, the max you can cut with the Cricut is 11.5. And this is a 12-inch hoop. So I cannot cut this circle out in the Cricut because my circle is bigger than what the Cricut can cut. So, but it's okay. This doesn't need to be perfect, and it's a really simple cut. So now I'm just going to take my scissors and go around that. Now what we're going to do is take our other circle that we already cut, and we are going to put that one behind. So now you can really see that gory home sweet home kind of scary. So I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna grab some adhesive. Thought I had a tape roller. Yep, I'm gonna grab my tape roller here, and I am just going to, oh, is that one empty? There we go. This is the back side. Yep, okay. Whew, had a little panic attack. This is the back side. So we're just gonna put the tape runner all over the back. Doesn't matter if it's not pretty. Doesn't need to be pretty because no one's gonna see it. Okay, and then we're gonna lay that red circle inside and lay it down like that. So now our pieces are one, as you can see. So now I still have like the inside of my O and right here by my little people. I need to glue my little pieces there into place. So I've got them over here on my silicone mat. I'm gonna do the same thing, put a little bit of glue or roll adhesive in there. And then I'm just gonna push those right into place. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I am not a perfectionist when it comes to crafting. And put that one in the middle of that O. Actually, that one should go the other way so it looks like it's dripping. And then we have this little piece right here. It goes for the gut. Actually, I'm going to do that one last. This one is for the scary couple holding hands. And then do this one for like the pants of the dude. Okay, like that. See, now there's a little bit more definition in those letters, and then in this little couple right here that are holding hands. They look just a little bit more freaky. So here is our circle that we cut out, and we're going to glue the hoop onto the front of it. Okay? So I'm gonna take my glue gun here. My cord is stuck. And I'm just gonna go around and as quickly as possible, because I don't want the glue to dry, I'm just gonna put a bead of glue around the hoop of this embroidery hoop. Now it's just holding paper, remember, so it doesn't need to be like anything like super strong or, you know, covered completely. Then we're just gonna eyeball it and hope we don't mess it up. And put that hoop down over it. Yay, we didn't mess up. Whew, that was close. All right, see, now you can see that hoop is around that home sweet home. Now here comes the really, really fun part. This is what is going to make our wreath. I have this really gross, nasty spider. I hate spiders, you guys. Spiders are horrible. It's Black Widow. Look at how cool this spider is. It's huge. I got this spider at Michael's, I'm pretty sure. But it's a huge, freaky, gross rubber spider. Nasty, nasty. And I got just some spider web stuff. You know, this is the stuff that everybody hates on Halloween because it's just stringy and it gets on everything. Well, we're going to put it in our wall hanging. I keep wanting to call it a wreath, but it's not really a wreath. Okay, so we're going to use our spider and our spider web stuff. stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna put you back down so you can see what I'm doing. So we've got our spider here, and we have our spider web material, gross, nasty stuff that stretches. Okay, so I'm gonna take some of this, and I'm just gonna start by stretching it. I want it really pretty thin. I don't want it to be super thick because I think it looks more realistic and more freaky and gross when it is thin. I'm getting my watch caught in it. So we're just gonna stretch this out until it is stretched out just how we like it. And we're gonna put it over here, kind of on the corner of our embroidery hoop. We're gonna keep the top close. This is when you need like 4 more hands. I'm gonna take off my watch because my watch keeps catching the... Okay, just gonna stretch that. Keep stretching it right until it's about where I want it to be. And then we're going to take our top hoop and we are going to push that over the top. Oh, we do want to make the top sure the top is at the top because that is how we're going to hang it. And then we can put it down, and then once that's on there, we can actually stretch this a little bit easier. And just pull that until it is right how you want it to be. Ooh, I like that. I think that looks nice and spooky. Okay, so now I'm going to tighten the top just by twisting that little screw or bolt, or I don't know exactly what that is called. Okay, we're going to make that nice and tight as we can get it. Then we're going to turn this over, and we're just going to cut off this that we don't want, because we've already got all of our fake spider web stuff in there, stretched how we want it to be. Okay. See, and now it sticks to everything. It sticks to my hand, and I hate spiders, so I hate this stuff because it's gross. It's so nasty. Okay, and then we turn it over, and you can see that spider web right there. So let me show you guys. Can you see that spider web? Does that look freaky or what? So you could even put this over the whole thing if you wanted to. I just wanted to put it over the corner there. And now I'm going to take my really gross, cool, scary, freaky spider. Okay, so I'm going to put a pretty good pile of glue right there on his little chest, belly, whatever you want to call that. And glue him right into place. Yep, and he stays much better. Okay, the thumbtack didn't work, but that totally works. Okay, guys, look at how creepy this is. This is totally creepy. How awesome is that? I am kind of in love with this. Super duper in love. I love it when crafts work out how I want them to. Okay, so let's make a quick little bow. I am going to show you how I make bows because I cheat. I cannot tie bows to save my life. So I'm going to show you how I make a cheater bow. So I've got this ribbon. I think it's 1.5 inches wide, I think. And I am going to cut it to about 9 inches. And then I'm going to cut another piece that is about 1.5 inches. So I'm going to use my glue gun here, and I'm just going to glue the edge, this one raw edge, and I'm going to fold it over. And line those pieces up. And then I'm going to keep that seam right there in the center. But the first thing I'm going to do is now glue these two together, but in the center, because I still want to be able to fluff up my, my ends. Okay, so now that is glued together. You can see how that is glued together right there. So now we are going to take this, and we're going to pin or put a little bit of glue right in the very center. And then we're going to pinch that together like that. Okay. Then we're going to turn it over, and we're going to do the same thing on each sides of that one pinch. So add a little bit more glue, pinch that in, then add a little bit of glue there, pinch that in. Ooh, that glue is hot. I think I burned my finger. Okay, so there is our the beginning of our bow. I know it's not cute yet, but we're gonna make our little center wraparound piece with this piece right here. So we're gonna put some glue, hot glue in, fold it in half. Just to make that a little bit skinnier. There, you can see that is a skinnier piece now. And we're gonna start on the back with our glue and put some glue there on the back. And then we're just gonna start wrapping this piece. So we'll wrap it around the front. And then we can see we can actually cut a little bit off because I made it a smidgen too long. And we're going to glue the back end of that now. Okay, where's the back end? Okay, there we go. Lost my fingering. And there is our super simple bow. How easy of a bow is that to make? Super simple, totally cheated because we didn't stitch anything, we didn't tie anything, we only used hot glue. And that is my kind of bow because I can't tie bows. I'm horrible at tying bows. It's sad, really. And now I'm just gonna take a little bit of glue and I'm just gonna glue that right into place. I want to keep this hole open right here because that's how I'm gonna hang it on my wall. So we're just going to push that into place right there. It will kind of hide that bolt, but also still leave it available for hanging. And that is our spooky Halloween wall hanging. What do you guys think? Would you hang this in your home? Or on your door or somewhere. Again, I wouldn't put this outside since it's paper, but you could do the red in iron-on vinyl and still cut it out using your maker. You like that, Martha Ann? Thank you so much. You could even put a bigger bow up here if you wanted and, you know, have the tails drip down. That spider is just freaky. It's got lots of freaky, gross pieces to it.